In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NHL games happening on October 13, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 2 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Arizona Coyotes versus New Jersey Devils. We don't have the best matchup tonight, as the Arizona Coyotes open their season on the road against the New Jersey Devils. Last season, the Yotes were one of the worst teams in the NHL, finishing the year in 7th place in the Central Division with a 28-40-14 record. The Devils were very good last year, making the biggest year-to-year improvement in NHL history and ending the regular season with a 52-22-8 record, losing to the eventual Eastern Conference champion Panthers in the second round of the playoffs. The Devils won both games between these teams last season, winning 4-2 on the road and then 5-4 in overtime at home. The Arizona Coyotes won 28 games last year and enter the 3rd year under coach Andre Tourigny. The Coyotes have won a combined 77 games in the last 3 years, so it's really only up from here. The Coyotes had a busy offseason, as they did lose Connor Mackey, but they added Logan Cooley, Nick Bjugstad, Sean Durzi, Matt Dumba, and Travis Dermott. Cooley is the splashy addition for the Coyotes, a 19-year-old playmaker who was the 3rd overall pick in the 2022 draft and was originally a threat to return to college. The Coyotes are still in the middle of a rebuild, as they have a very young core and were 6th worst last season with an average of 2.74 goals per game. The Coyotes have seen their win total improve in each of the last 3 years, but they still haven't topped 30 wins since 2019 to 2020. Baby steps for Coyotes fans. Baby steps. The New Jersey Devils look for another victory after beating the Red Wings last night. The Devils look to win their first 2 games for the second time in the last 3 years. The New Jersey Devils are averaging 4 goals per game and are scoring on 16.7% of their power play opportunities. Jack Hughes leads New Jersey with 2 goals. Jonas Siegenthaler has 3 assists, and Dougie Hamilton has 5 shots on goal. Defensively, the New Jersey Devils are allowing 3 goals per game and are killing 50% of their opponents' power plays. Vitek Vanecek has allowed 3 goals on 35 shots faced. The New Jersey Devils should be favored, as they're the more talented team at home, and they've had a game to get some of the jitters out of the way. However, the Devils are on the end of a back-to-back and coming off a physical game where there were 10 penalties and 56 hits. Players are still getting their feet wet this early in the season, and now guys may be a bit sore after last night. That will give the Coyotes a chance to hang around in this spot, and they're enough of a big underdog to make taking the PL the other way interesting and worthwhile. The Devils' defense wasn't great in the first game, and they are going to struggle in this game. Cooley is going to get his NHL career off to a fast start, and that is going to be the difference here. The tired legs are going to really hurt the Devils, and the Coyotes are going to get the job done here. This is a perfect spot for the Coyotes, so the Arizona Coyotes to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The over in Devils games went 48-42-4, and in Coyotes games went 41-37-4. Last year, New Jersey scored the 6th most goals in the NHL, generating the 3rd most expected goals and the 6th most high-danger shots in the league. Meanwhile, the Coyotes allowed the 9th most goals in the league last season, giving up the 3rd most expected goals and the 5th most high-danger shots. The Devils are expected to look dominant on the offensive end of the ice this season, and both forward units look to step up and find the back of the net throughout the game. The Coyotes should create plenty of scoring chances with Clayton Keller, Nick Schmaltz, and the rest of the forward unit controlling the puck in the offensive zone and creating open shots with quick passes. The Devils look to build off a 4-goal game and run up the score against a Coyotes defense that allowed 3.6 goals per game last year, with Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, Nico Hischier, and the rest of the forward unit crashing the net on the rush and creating open shots with effective puck movement and speed in all 3 zones, while Dougie Hamilton picks apart the Coyotes' defense from the point. Both of these teams trended over last season. This will be a high-scoring game with both offenses stepping up. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Pittsburgh Penguins versus Washington Capitals. The Pittsburgh Penguins started their 2023-2024 season with a loss to Connor Bedard and the Blackhawks on opening night, and now they hit the road for the first time this year as they do battle with the division rival Washington Capitals, who will look to start their season hot. Both of these aging teams have seen success with their legendary superstars and will now both look for one last shot at glory in 2023-2024. And with so much talent still on both rosters, this will be a very fun matchup to start the year. The Pittsburgh Penguins look to bounce back following a disheartening 4-2 loss to the Chicago Blackhawks. The game started promisingly, with Sidney Crosby and Brian Rust lighting the lamp for the Penguins. However, the team failed to maintain momentum, allowing Chicago to stage a late-game rally and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. In the net, Tristan Jarry put up a valiant effort, stopping 32 of 35 shots for a save percentage of .914. Spark. Sidney Crosby, the team's captain and leading scorer, has netted 1 goal so far. While Crosby's leadership and scoring prowess are invaluable, hockey is a team sport, and he can't carry the load alone. Special teams are another area of concern. While the season is still young and the sample size is small, the Penguins' power play and penalty kill units have yet to make an impact. In summary, Pittsburgh's loss to the Blackhawks serves as a wake-up call, highlighting areas that require immediate attention, which in a way is good. A wake-up call early in the season is always a good thing. From goaltending to offense to special teams, every aspect needs tightening if they aim to meet the lofty expectations that come with the Penguins' legacy. Last season's underwhelming 35-37-10 record was a reality check for the Washington Capitals. Missing the playoffs was a tough pill to swallow, but the offseason has been a period of calculated moves. General Manager Brian McLellan added firepower with forward Max Pacioretty and shored up the defense with Joel Edmundson. These additions are designed to complement the Capitals' existing core, led by star Alex Ovechkin. Ovechkin's pursuit of Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal record adds an extra layer of excitement to the season. The best-case scenario is optimistic. First-year head coach Spencer Carbery hits the ground running, and key players like Nicklas Backstrom, John Carlson, and Tom Wilson return stronger from their injury-plagued seasons. If these pieces fall into place, the Capitals could not only secure a playoff berth but also become serious contenders. The worst-case scenario paints a bleak picture. The team's top talents lose their edge, and Coach Carbery struggles to find the right chemistry. Internal issues, particularly surrounding Evgeny Kuznetsov, could further derail the team's ambitions. The X-factor for the Capitals will undoubtedly be the health and contributions of their veteran players. Backstrom's recent hip resurfacing, TJ Oshie's back surgery, and Kuznetsov's lingering back issue are all points of concern. Add to that Max Pacioretty's recovery from 2 torn Achilles, and you have a team that's heavily reliant on players with recent injury histories. If these veterans can't stay healthy, the Capitals may find themselves spiraling downward, raising questions about the franchise's future direction. The Capitals fired Peter Laviolette less than 24 hours after their 2022-2023 campaign ended. They acquired Spencer Carbery as head coach, and Carbery spent the last 2 years running the Toronto Maple Leafs' powerful power play unit. Carbery should improve Washington's offense, but the Caps' blue line could remain an issue. It's hard to trust these two defenses. However, Darcy Kuemper is arguably a better goaltender than Tristan Jarry. Anyway, it's the opening week of the season, and this game could easily go either way. Both teams have plenty of dangerous weapons on the offensive side of the puck. Last season, Pittsburgh took 2 out of 3 games from Washington, but the Caps are 4-2 in their last 6 home contests against the Pens. The Penguins are still reeling from their recent loss to the Blackhawks, with their special teams and offense showing vulnerabilities. Sidney Crosby can't carry the team alone, and their netminder Tristan Jarry, despite a decent .914 save percentage, couldn't seal the deal in their last outing. On the flip side, the Capitals are entering the season with renewed vigor. Their offseason acquisitions, including Max Pacioretty and Joel Edmundson, add depth to an already talented roster. Alex Ovechkin's chase for Gretzky's record will serve as an emotional catalyst for the team. If players like Nicklas Backstrom and TJ Oshie return strong from their injuries, the Caps will be a contender in the East. So the Washington Capitals money line is our full game side pick. While Tristan Jarry and Darcy Kuemper certainly have the talent to make some noise in net, it's the offensive groups of these two veteran teams that will drive any success they can find in 2023-2024, and unsurprisingly, that leads to plenty of goals. The Penguins scored just 2 goals on 40 shots last Tuesday. They are capable of creating a ton of scoring opportunities, but the Pens can also allow a lot of opportunities to any other team in the league. We haven't seen the Capitals on the ice yet, but I would be surprised if they manage to shut down the Pens. 3 of the last 5 encounters between the Penguins and Capitals have seen more than 6 goals on the scoreboard, and the over is 14-5 in their previous 19 head-to-head duels. In their past 19 head-to-head meetings, the over between these teams sits at 15-4, and with both teams only improving offensively since their last outing, this should be an explosive start to the year for 2 veteran teams expected to fight for a wild card spot in 2023 to 2024. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.